Yeah, I mean, I don't know if you've ever heard of Critical Role, but that was like 10 years ago that they started up, and they were all voice actors who played D&D together and then made a podcast out of it, and it has grown massively. They have animated series from like the first two campaigns of that podcast, Vox Machina and then Mighty Nine, and like they're going to be doing more. And yeah, it's a collaborative storytelling game. You have one person who's the DM or the dungeon master, but not that kind of dungeon master, um, where they are the ones who kind of they build the world, they are narrator and all of the non-player characters. And then you have usually ideally around 4 player characters who are a different adventurer, and the DM kind of gives you a reason why this group of people came together, and then you go on quests and you interact with the world, and it's all very open-ended. It's like a video game, but without any of the railroads that even most open world video games give you, because you can say anything, you can do pretty much anything. There are consequences if you go around randomly killing people or setting a forest on fire, but those are things you can do, and it can be like if you are able to immerse into it and really like accept the players and like the world and the non-player characters as like real people, and like how would you interact with them. um I mean, it can be a fascinating way to play with just different like concepts of people. Like right now I'm playing a male elf rogue who kind of has been a loner a lot of the time, but he grew up on the streets and he had like 6 different other kids that he grew up with, but he got picked up at a young age by a member of the Thieves Guild who taught him how to like be more effective at stealing, and then at 16 taught him to be an assassin. But the first job didn't go well, and then he was gone for a week, and then he came back and one of the kids died in his arms, and that kind of like changed him a lot as to who he is. And so he spent a lot of his time trying to get the other 5 kids off of the streets and then separate himself from all of them so that his work as an assassin wouldn't come up to haunt them, and just kind of wandered aimlessly for years.
Wow. Gee.
Yeah.
Is
And that's
that
just
like
me, just my character. Like
what it like all right, so like go into depth and like in all these scenarios that just happened, that's just the backstory, or
it's just the
these
backstory.
oh, and look, so in terms of like how the game is played, like how like in terms of like what is like the scenario like for example, like you come into a scenario and like just give me an example of like one time
Yeah.
while playing the game, like how is like the like how do the roles work, or
Yeah. So
how does the
it's
consequence happen? Like,
yeah, I mean, a lot of it depends on like the GM's kind of guiding a lot of it. And if you have a good one, it can be really fun. So our campaign started just at a tavern like a lot of them do, with somebody offering a really big pile of gold, and my character actually came in later. And so he had just been following the first 3 because he was like, interesting, I wonder what they're going to go do. Um and you'll come across enemies along the way, and but like to see the enemies, you'll make a perception check and you roll a d20. And um sometimes it's based on how well the enemies hid, or sometimes it's based on a difficulty that the DM decides, which is called a DC.